Okay, so this is Keinan Briggs, my brother. These are the two things that we really worked on in the past 2 seasons. And more specifically, this video is about things and cues to look for at the elite level, right? They already have the strength, already have the speed. It's just how do you fine tune a lot of it. And to be honest, when an athlete jumps far and they've been jumping far for a long time, and then you do want to make adjustments to like get the extra few inches out, it's not about just changing form. It's about changing a whole belief system of an athlete, which can take a lot of time. But the biggest thing is picking a few things to focus on and then sticking to it and succeeding and failing with that plan, with the expectation that the plan is going to work through. So here is a video of him. This was back in December of 2020. So what you're going to see here is he's literally jumping from his college strength. A lot of pop, a lot of distance. This jump might have been 24, 25 feet. And you can see a few things that I'm going to be highlighting. One's going to be he's very powerful, very strong. However, he's in poor position. So he is leaning forward a lot. As you can see, his hips are so far back, chest is forward. And the other thing I'm looking at is you can see that his knee separation, it's okay. His knee drive is in a good spot on the front side, but the back side, he's still very tight, right? He's not able to extend all the way. And then once he gets to the board, this is the second cue, it's going to be at initial impact here and his heaviest load, he's swinging. That heel never really gets near the butt. So he's swinging the knee upwards, which gives him great height. However, he has no real distance. But because he's leaning forward, this height breaks even with that total distance. So it's a combined good jump, right? But there's a lot of flaws that are taken away from his potential distance. So we worked on a few things. We worked on his angle and changed his trajectory angle and fixed his posture. So then a few months later, this is in March of 2021, you can see that now he's more upright and he has his speed carries through much better on his jump. So it's more of a flatter jump here, right? So what we did was, as you can see here, his posture is a lot higher than before. He's taller. The issue is now you can see that there is no, let's go back and maybe he's loading. Just here, that knee separation is not as good. So he's higher in position, but then when you add a higher position of his posture, it changes the angle of his push because his knee is higher. Now you can see that the knees aren't as separate as they were before. So it's a loss. So there was a lull. There was like a valley within our jumps because we had to give somewhere, right? Bring the posture up, then we lose some of the push. And then at the board, at the takeoff, you can see that he is taller at the board, which is great. However, that heel is nowhere near his butt also, right? But we're taking these small victories. And then from there, the knee drives up, and then his ankle kicks out. And it's more of a kick out type of thing. And there's a lot of missed opportunities to carry momentum. So this year, we worked on a few things when it came down to really reinforcing his flexibility, really working on his horizontal movement and his knee alignment. And so now this is his approach. This was as of Monday. But you can see it's a lot smoother. He's got more speed down the runway. And his position is so much better. His angles are still a little bit off, but the positions are way better. So now you can see as he's pushing, look at how much more knee separation he has here with this leg. Let's go back to the same leg. Right, more knee separation. He is up tall and he maintains that position the whole time. His foot strike is underneath him, looking really good. And then at takeoff, you can see now, again, he's tall. And then right at impact, you can see the heel to the butt. And he runs that thigh forward. And he's able to keep the right ankle from going up. He's kicking slightly out, but that's because of the velocity of his thigh movement forward. And then he popped up and jumped pretty far. I believe it was a 24-foot range pop up. So it's looking really good. So to bring this into more detail, here was his heel to butt lay at his position. So you can see on the very first frame one on the left side, you can see that he's sitting in his run and his heel is nowhere near his butt. Then in March of that, a few months later, you can see that we fixed his posture. He's a little bit more tall, more neutral. And again, his heel is not close to his butt. And then this year, you can see he's taller and his heel to his butt, and he's a lot looser. And then when it comes to his flexibility, you can see that he had great knee separation in the first frame to the left. Then it was a little bit tighter because we fixed his posture to be up tall. And then now the posture is up and a lot more knee separation. And that's the progression that we're working on specifically. So now as this picks up, he'll be set. So what I'm getting at is it took 2 years to get this progression to really show. Right now he's jumping 25 high all the time. Last year it was not as consistent. So dedicating at least minimum of 2 years to your craft, to opening and learning a new way, is going to really benefit you. And yeah, so he's doing great, and we're expecting to really open up, finish up this season strong, and then open up really, really well next season.
Why aren't you on Leaf Squad yet? KeinanBriggs.com.